Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3, and where we left off we were defending against the Great Soviet Menace. Now I've taken a brief gap just to check on the kitchen to make sure it's all looking good, and it is, so happy days. And we've got an event here, the Great Patriotic War, so let's do the bank settlements first. We'll give them 4,000 supplies. So the Great Patriotic War, so we can do that when our surrender progress reaches 10%, and it has indeed reached 10%. So the fascist invader may have driven deep into the Soviet Union, but the Red Army and Red Navy are self-sacrificingly disputing every inch of Soviet soil. The Soviet people must realize this and abandon all heedlessness, and they must mobilize themselves and refocus all their work on wartime production. There must be no mercy for the enemy, which gives us loads of officers. Yes, happy days. We lose 10%, or 10%, sorry. Yeah, it just gives us a load of Great Patriotic War. Oh, we get a load of buffs from that, so happy days. Now, I imagine that will cause our officer ratio to go over the top. And snow begins to fall, yes! Just when the snow begins to fall, we get the Great Patriotic War event. Happy days. Things aren't so happy here, though. Let's move all of these divisions over. And in the spirit of things, I thought that I would get some vodka. So, I got some vodka. A bit of vodka lemonade. I would drink it straight. Oh, you know what? In the spirit of things, let's bottoms up. Oh, it's been I do like me some vodka. It's only crappy Smirnoff, so there you go. A bit of vodka for the 200% reinforcement bonus. Very nice. Deploy them. Trade deal expired. What do you do? So, I was hoping I'd get something a bit better than that, but oh well, another unit is another unit. We will take it. Let's just attach them to wherever. And I'm sorry that there's still those construction sounds going. It was record now or don't record at all. So, I thought I'd record now. And then, as you can see, I'm building a bucket ton of shit militia units purely to act as roadblocks. And that's what I will be doing with them. They shall act as my roadblock divisions. Okay, 200% reinforcement bonus, which is good. Force them back. 4 units in reserve. In and out we go. Come on. 10 o'clock. Alright, we've made it. We've got some tank divisions involved. Very good. There's our reinforcements. Speaking of reinforcements, we've got more reinforcements there. Oh, and the 13th Panzer Division decided to try and give it a go. Bless them. They must be near breaking, surely. The more damage we can do, the better. Speaking of which, we are being a bit done in here. The Battle of Berzanan, where they lost nearly 7k troops in one battle. Very good. This is less good. Let's move you in. You know what? I don't really want to move troops out of there, to be perfectly honest. Ah. Alright, a couple of units. Let's move them both up. No one wants to buy anything from us, unfortunately. It is a shame. And then we get the Great Patriotic War event, which gives us some officer recruitment buffs. Leadership modifier. Ooh, leadership modifier, 50%. Ooh, that's really good. That's a really powerful buff we get there. Maybe I should have just let them take all this land, and we would have had these buffs from the start. Nah, I feel like what we've done is good. We've delayed them pretty substantially. And I want 110% before I come off the officer ratio stuff. Oh, we're being attacked by SS divisions. Very weak SS divisions. Come on, we should start seeing that snow impact soon, surely. No? No snow? Ah, mud. Ah, mud. Oh, mud. It's coming. The mud is on its way. Yes. Right, and then the battle at Pskov is happening again. All of you move in. At the end of the day, what have we got to lose? Let's hold them in place. Oh, and we've been reinforced pretty substantially here. That's good. That reinforcement bonus is paying off. Go, go, go. And, yeah, all of you. In you go. I'm determined to win the battle at Chaskaresk and Sulmanina. And judging by their losses, I don't think the Germans can do this forever. Oh, 109. Get in. 1,600 officers a day. Very good. Right, and then let's just move you up here, like so. There's no harm in having some extra units just on the front. And in fact, you know what? Let's move these guys in as well. Not give them an opportunity to ruin us. This I don't like. You know, come on. $81,000 troops. 81 manpower burned through there. The amount of manpower they're losing, they cannot keep this up. Surely. For any major length of time. And the more units they funnel into the meat grinder, the more we're going to win. This is sort of what we want. We want them to funnel troops in to a meat grinder battle. You know what? I am going to... we could combine you into one unit, but I'm not going to do that. You can join them. Right, you guys, forwards. Yeah. Proletariat have joined. I just want their manpower to burn. Looks like we've won the Battle of Pskov again. And we lost the effects of that money shortage imminent that was causing our descent to go apeshit. So that's good. Because that was one fucking hell of a problem. Any other units in? We can. A couple of proletariat divisions we can move in. So the only battles we have now are this one here, which looks like it's under control. This one here that is less under control. What we might need to move some reinforcements around. We don't need that many units of troops in this area, so you know what? Let's take 4 units from here. Strategically redeploy them. And then do we have any other reserves that we can bring up? Not really, so we're going to have to just wait for them. It's not the best. And then this battle at Chavsky, which is the one that we're trying to win. Same thing here at Saluma. Whatever that is, Chatoresk. And then again at Volkovikny, but again, they're going to lose a lot of manpower. And they just disintegrated. Now, if I was feeling bold right now, which, you know, I might be feeling bold, we could, theoretically, encircle 2 divisions here. I just don't have the organisation to do it. Because that unit broke, leaving them open this single unit of militia. Just, you know, because I'm a cheeky chappy. That's just... oh, see, they're going to reinforce it. But, you know, that's already a good sign that they are weakening a little bit. They really like Vilniki, whatever it is, to sell. We're being a little bit pushed here. Right, you guys move up. All of you to there. We'll do that supply one. Supplies only last 26 days. Let's put all we can into supply production. We'll just make sure that our supply production is good for a little while. Right, 15th of October. Oh, they lost 100 manpower there. 100,000 troops. They are bleeding on the altar here. And we were able to rush these troops over very quickly. Keep pushing them back in and out of the meat grinder for now. And in fact, you know what? Let's reinforce going the other direction for a change. Still got a lot of air combat going. Another battle at Pskov. What's that? The third or fourth battle of Pskov. We are going to bleed the Germans dry if I get my way. I bet Hitler thought that if he kicked the bloody door down, the whole rotten structure would fall. It's not quite gone like that, has it? What units are fucked? You're fucked. You're fucked. You're fucked. Fuck, 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 fuck. There we go. All of them, you're going to fall back just so you can reorg for a little while. And then we're going to bring in these units. So we're only leaving the units in that can actually fight. And we've forced back that Panzer Division. And we've reinforced effectively there. Only got 7 units in here. Who's next to reinforce? I think all of these guys are looking good. Let's bring them in. And let's move them in as well. Ah, Gundarin. Okay, Gundarin, let's see what you've got. That is one hell of a lot of bonuses, you know. That is a lot of bonuses. Hello, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3. And I'm sorry for the slight cut in there. My girlfriend came in the room and started making a fair amount of noise. So I just thought it was better to stop recording. But it's now the next day, and we are in the midst in the UK of Storm Dennis. We are very good at naming our storms ridiculous names. And speaking of storms, we are weathering the German storm relatively, he says, relatively well. I seem to be able to hold this battle here in a never-ending sort of vortex. You know, the Germans attack, then I reinforce it, because this is the issue with the German strategy at the moment. They aren't attacking across the front as a whole. They are attacking in batches. See, this is what they need to do here. I just pointed at my computer screen, like you can see. So, this battle with the Lebensstarter SS Adolf Hitler, they need to do that on more of the front. Because the more that they do that, the more I can't reinforce from battle to battle. So, yeah, that's a little bit more like it. I'm not a fan of that SS Panzer Division. That looks a bit of a nasty fucker. And this battle looks like a bit of a nasty fucker. Same with these ones here. So we've got a few dodgy battles going on at the moment. 50-50 rating there. Let's do a little bit of air intercept. I think I've got some extra... Yes, I do. Yeah, let's try and defend our comrades a little bit. We're being attacked on 3 sides here. And the problem is I've already sort of... Well, I mean, I've got a lot of units here, haven't I? That I don't necessarily need all of them here. Let's move all of these guys down south via a strategic redeployment. Things are starting to freeze over a little bit. Just need to try and get these divisions out of here. And I am reinforcing with a few units here in the south. Speaking of which, you know what, let's chug some more into the grinder. Because Gundaren is, or Gundaren, sorry, is attacking with some pretty sizable positive modifiers here. Speaking of which, you need to be attached. Mr. Cartoli. I can move up that light armor brigade back into the battle. So this is quite vicious looking, let's put it like that. Like, if they're going to break through anywhere, it's going to be here. So let's maybe move a few of these divisions up that way. Although that infantry unit really has had it. Right, so we won the Battle of Luka-Luki again. Or, sorry, what is it? Veliki-Luki. Yes, so won that battle again. Here looks bad, but maybe it's not as bad as I think. And, yeah, we forced them back. Wow. So they've actually been defeated so badly that they're being forced back. Our reinforcements are on the way. Beating that battle back. We're beating this one back. Oh, and Iraq just joined the Axis, so that'll make the North Africa campaign a little bit more interesting. Because the Brits have really expanded out, but that'll give them a new sort of... Oh, although it looks like they've already got units in that direction. Did we just win that battle? Oh, happy days. That is really good. I'm not worried about that one. This one's looking a lot better than it was. This one, on the other hand, though, looks a little bit worrisome. In fact, all of this area looks a little bit worrisome. We have got to be close to winning this battle now. Like, for real. How many units do I have in this battle? 250,000 troops against 50,000, and we still can't win. And we're blunting the Lebensstarter SS. Got a new infantry division in place. So much for that Panzer division. That's had it. This battle's still looking bad, but it always looks a bit bad. Paradox I'm a little bit worried about. Let's move up these reserves that I've just put together. And they should get there in when? 29th? Very quick. So this is why I wanted a very fast and mobile army. The major reason behind it was so that I could effectively have a shit ton of units to call upon, just to act as extra fodder, really. Sure, we lost a proletariat unit, but that's not too bad. We're going to reinforce with tank divisions. We're dealing with what is effectively a few rather dodgy... There's an Italian unit which is very weak. Soon start putting more into supply production. And every single month that we survive, we are getting more pillboxes, which is very nice. A pretty good reinforcement chance. And that infantry division is about to bite the dust. Indeed it has. And I think some of these river crossing penalties are starting to take their toll. Another 34,000 troops killed in the Battle of Pskov. And that's forcing them to retreat again. They are in Soviet territory, but they're hardly in Soviet territory. I mean, they took Minsk, which is a shame, and most of Ukraine. But we've still got the good bits of Ukraine. And Kundarin has left the battle. Now let's deal with this little rebellion. In fact, we're going to move you south. You can go this way. Any others? Nope, just those ones. Hopefully our descent is a little bit better now. Yeah, 5-year plan. That's the problem. Right, come on, Modal. Just die already. You know you wanna. Yeah, more rebellions. But we've made it to November, which is good. And speaking of which, I'm going to need to move a cavalry division to handle that. Rather frustratingly. And you know what? We will take that oil trade. Speaking of which, here's some reinforcements. Now these are fresh troops. Let's move 3 units in. We're able to give some of our units a little bit of respite in the back line, which is really good. We can move one of you guys back in, because you're nearly at full strength. Modal's 3rd Panzer Division is nearly done. And, oh, haha! Okay, and there's an option to repair the rail network. Let's pay some seamen. I will say no more. Lose a lot of supplies. I'm just going to do not yet on that, because I just don't think it's necessary. I'm not going to be advancing anytime soon. And that light panzer division is not holding up in the same way that one of the named panzer divisions is. Pay that to the army. Maddie Vinker is a new battle, one that we haven't fought before. All quiet by the looks of it. Oh, there's only 2 battles going on now. Literally Haradok, which is almost never ending, it feels like. And the same thing with Chatteresque, which is my battle which has been going on now for what feels like a lifetime. And snowfalls have started to increase, so hopefully we'll start seeing some negative snow penalties. Temperature only 5 degrees at the moment. Haha! Dora? No. And there is the invasion, or the attack on the Americans. Now, that should mean I can request lend-lease. And with that, our production is about to skyrocket. And you know what? I can finally start looking at my text again. Jesus, that took a long time. Let's try and build up some spies back again. Keep the officer ratio stuffs going. So we are behind on text now, but not that far behind. There's a random panzer division, like in the far north, for whatever reason. That's very strange. Okay. As I say, we are down to these 2 battles here, Haradok. And we're about to reinforce them by the 5th. The day in infamy was just hit. Now, we're not getting any lend-lease yet. But soon enough. And this is giving us a little bit of respite. We're only using 51.8 a day now. Oh. And there it is, guys. Pretty much the biggest battle that we've fought so far in this campaign. We did lose more troops than the Germans, so we had 820,000 men committed in this battle over the course of it, and the Germans committed 230,000 and lost 120,000 men killed. So their manpower at the moment, if they're losing 120 manpower in one battle, they are going to run out of manpower ridiculously quickly. And that is going to be the aim, is I'm going to try and make their manpower reserves run out just crazy fast. Now the question is, what should I build? Because I've got now 107, being lend-lease 140, should I build some tank divisions? Maybe some guard tank divisions would be fun. So let's do it with motorized infantry. Let's get tank destroyers, assault guns, armored car, motorized engineers, truck transport, and divisional headquarters. I think that's a nice mix. Gives us a 33% combined arms bonus. If I went for the SP artillery, what is the difference? So yeah, let's have a little look at soft attack values. The assault gun has 24 and the SP artillery only has 14. So the assault gun is better. And then for tank destroyer, for hard attack, it gets you 9, so that's pretty good as well. Armoured car, that's a recon bonus. And then what's guards armour like? Is it better than... It's pretty much identical, isn't it? Except it's got worse anti-air. Suppression of free. It uses less supply, less oil, slightly less officers, a little bit quicker and cheaper to build. Yep, let's do it. Let's get a couple of them going. They will build in pretty quickly, actually, all things considered. That's not too bad. And I'm not going to buy any of that. I know it would improve our production, but I don't want the money shortage imminent debuff. I just don't want that to happen. And the only battle going on now is Haradok. And in fairness, that is quite the battle. It's been another one which has been tough. And there we go, some infantry units stuff coming online. We're going to keep that rolling. Just want to buff our organisation as much as possible. Commit as many people into the meat grinder as we can. Yeah, we'll do that energy one. And realistically, they can't win this battle, can they? With one unit. So they never even reached the steps of Leningrad, and to be honest, I was expecting to have to retreat up here again. But the fact we haven't had to do that, I think, is a pretty major success. I'm very happy with the performance of my army, all things considered. I mean, it was a shame that we had to give up that northern line there and pull back. So this line here was quite a good one. So it's a shame that we had to sort of pull back along here. But, you know, it's not entirely unexpected. This has given a lot of our commanders a lot of experience. I just want to sort of... this battle to end. Just because I think it would be nice to have no battles going on for a little while. And I'd like to see what the German manpower looks like. Oh, fuck off. Don't attack there. Look, you couldn't just let me have no battles going on, could you, game? Right, 42 techs. We don't need to do those. Rolling artillery barrage. We don't need to do that. We're going to let these ones all roll. You know, artillery unit training is really good. So is the armor one or the mobile unit one. And I'm going to build a huge tank force now for the counterattack. Right, so... And then it will be a choice of really where do I want the counterattack to happen. I'm possibly thinking that maybe an attack in the north, because if we can break through here, this is quite favourable terrain. So all this plains bit is favourable, and then we just got to ford one river and then make it to these ports, and then we can probably trap a pretty sizable amount of Axis forces in the far north. So that's my thinking. Of course, there's this battle at Velevaniki, Well, we're being attacked by Italian divisions, so no real threat. I'm going to move up that infantry division because we're a little bit short on troops there. And I feel like I might have just sort of flattened them a little bit. Right, let's move up some tank divisions and things from our reserve here to help in this battle. Yeah, and Italian divisions just aren't gonna cut it. I think any chance they had of winning this campaign has pretty much already faded out of view. Well, there is an attack happening in the south. Let's move over some troops to help with that, because that's actually 3-on-3 and we don't like 3-on-3. We'll move the NKVD division as well. Speaking of which, have we got any air support? Ah, we do have all of our coastal bombers. They're not really effective. You know, we've got a lot of airfields down here that I've left vacant. Let's get some troops down there. Or some planes, sorry. Like, you've only got 2, so you might as well go in where there's 2. We've got a level 3 airfield. Send you south. What else have we got? We can do 30 units a day. Let's... What's that? 15? All of you. Head on south. Yeah, Kursk is... got a lot of planes in it, actually. Let's redistribute you guys. All of our female fighter races here. Further 3 for here. Stellano, you could do with some more planes. Oh, and Azov. So we can put a level 5 group in there of medium bombers. Oh, another level 5 group. Let's put some more medium bombers. If we've got a level 5 grouping. No, but we can put some, yeah, some of them there. Oh, and you can base 10. Let's move 10 of you out to here. Oh, and there's a level 3, nice little level 3 airport here as well. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Yeah, this battle's a bit of a bitch. But less of a problem now. Shock troops. Third echelon we don't need to do, but shock troops, which one were you? Oh, yeah, all those ones there. I'm going to let the 41 techs go. And I'm happy with everything that's being researched there. I think Division HQ is a good one to keep rolling. And the same thing with Inter-Service HQ. Let's decrease the amount of time before attacks. Still want to build up my money reserves as much as possible. And our supply situation's a little bit fucked. And hopefully, soon enough, I'll be able to move a load of my units into position. And speaking of which, are you guys repairing? Quickly. Quickly would be an understatement, but you're coming up to strength, aren't you? The more time between attacks, the better we're going to do. Let's get Army Group HQ. But yes, I'm enjoying the Soviet campaign. It's gone better than I thought it would. I thought we'd be doing shitter, but we're not doing too badly, are we? Actually. Although this battle's still a bit of a cunt. Let's reinforce. And I don't really get all of these strange rebellions that we're getting. Got any units here that I can just quickly... Yeah, you know what? Let's move you in that direction just to handle that. Oh, and I forgot there was me. The Americans are giving us loads of lend-lease. It's really good. And we're getting some rifle divisions. Now, where do I want them? I feel like here is a little bit weak. So I'm going to position them in this area. They look a little bit dodgy, the unit models, but I accept units where I can get them, so I'm having them. And let's do the Supreme Command one. We're still doing our brigade strength increases. There are holes in the German line. Like, when it comes to attacking, when I get these armoured divisions up and ready, there are holes. And I'm not talking small holes, they are proper holes. You know, there's nothing to stop me from expanding out. I don't want to do it yet because it's winter. I'm going to say stop this. Let's stop it. We don't need to keep the scorched earth going now because we've halted them. Here, though, they have a lot of units. Same thing along here. Come on. Up north you go. Probably just do with moving you guys up. It's another garrison unit I can just move up. I'm just going to hold them and them there. So, reinforcements in case we need them. One single light division is in place there. And to be honest, you could do with another few more units, actually. We do have a strategic reserve slightly north in case we need to move it round to Slemensk. And Saudi Arabia's gone into the Axis. Everyone is in the Axis. Ooh, baby. And unfortunately, we are being attacked here again. But just in time, the Russian or Soviet winter is a common explanation for the justification of military phases of Russia. Common nicknames for the notion of general winter and general snow. Oh, Jon Snow. The average and minimal temperatures in Russian regions differ. The lowest temperature is minus 65 degrees Celsius. Holy shit. And let's try and hold the lines then. Which gives us a load of territorial pride, land organisation, supply, throughput, reinforcement bonus, soft attack. So let's see what difference that makes then. Ooh. So what is our... So let's take a standard motorised infantry division then. I've got 93 in organisation. Ooh. Oh, bitches. German units, man. They can't handle this. Although, it looks like they can't handle that either, to be honest. Let's move you south. You know what? I'm going to move a single brigade of motorized in. Gordov isn't a great commander. Didn't Gordov play a part during World War II in the Stalingrad campaign, actually, Gordov? Could have sworn he was a general during that campaign. And yep. Intercept. All of them. Same thing here. Air intercept. Air intercept. Air intercept. And air intercept. And then how about you? Do you want to do some air intercept? Air intercept. Okay, let's win that air battle. This isn't a battle you want. They lost 591 men in one attack. Holy shit. Right, air intercept there. It took a bit of time for our air force to recover, but recover it has. At least somewhat. They are struggling. Schnall is a decent commander, actually. He's one of my favourites to use in the German campaigns. Because he has an ability to get a lot of traits. Or at least it feels like he always gets a lot of traits early. And that's demonstrated by the amount of traits that he's bringing forward this time. We can get Airfield Conning Control Tower, which is a good tech. Paratrooper support. Not particularly useful, but defense in depth is good as well. We'll do that energy trade, why not? Right, some more of our rifle divisions will be up and ready soon. And I'm going to put them, as I say, here. Really lacking supply in this area. Where are my supply planes? You guys. want you to move south somewhere. Maybe out of Orel? And then I would like you to do some air supply there. We'll need to put up some fighter support. We can do that. Let's do some air intercept. There you go, got some supply now, that's good. We've got some major bonuses here. And we're nearly in December, which is fucking amazing. And another rifle division, let's move them up. Can't seem to attack there, but we can attack here. Take out troops there. More rebellions dealt with. We're still struggling on the old suppression. That's a bastard battle. That's one we should win. But I don't like it. If we just take, yeah, a few units and just strategically redeploy a few of them, and then we can move them in as support. Just in case. We're being attacked. Oh, there's a bit of a winter offensive going on here. So I'm not worried about that one. That one is a little bit of a worry. I'm going to move some of our motorized north and try and plug that. Battle. Being attacked by a huge amount of their air force. Okay. That is not an easy battle. Move up some reinforcements. What can we move over quickly? Probably these motorized divisions. Let's send them. This is planes as well. And we've got another positive buff here, so we get some more territorial pride, organisation regain rate, and reinforcement. Get a lot of buffs, don't you? Like, if you survive that first onslaught, it seems like you get a lot of positives. And wow, I've got 900 IC. Holy shit. Although, I need to do some supply work because we are desperately short on supplies. And they just lost 60,000 men. Now we've got blizzards on December 1st. We've got low popularity, which isn't great. Oh no, we're now on... Oh, our popularity's actually got it better. Right, infantry units. Oh, nope. We're just going to let them roll. You roll. Although the pilot training I'm not that bothered about. Right. Medicine I want. Coal processing technologies. They're all good. And officers. So we're still training 300 odd officers a day. So we're improving our ratio. And you know what? I'm going to call it an episode here. So thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode, which I'll probably do now. Burnley are beating Southampton 2-1. There you go. There's a football result news as well. So thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks again. Bye-bye.